Wendir? Does that mean anything to you, Laramil?
There are many hidden paths between the planes. I suspect the Skein of Secrets has showed us one. Prepare yourselves.
How exactly do we prepare ourselves for oblivion?
A good point. There is no telling what we may encounter. Still, that is our course. Fascinating. Wendir is another Ayleid ruin, but the Skein of Secrets offers no explanation beyond a mark on a map. A subtle tool indeed, worthy of the Lady of Whispers. I am curious, Proxy. What exactly did you see when you looked at the Skein? Yes, it showed me the same. A place where Athelia used her power. I doubt she is still unknown. The Skein presents us with a strange puzzle that we must solve. When you saw Athelia with Vargas in Misgarkand, what exactly did she say? A loom. As in a weaving apparatus? Intriguing. As for Athelia's home, her realm in Oblivion was forgotten when she was. No records exist that can point us to Miramor. And the thought of restoring what was lost, I do not like the sound of that. The point to which we must travel to follow Athelia, I assume. Perhaps we will find a portal to her realm there. Or mayhap there is something we are meant to learn in Wendir. We must trust the Skein. I shall meet you there, Proxy.
I just heard the news. King Nantharion was killed, defeated by the Legion's mercenaries.
Mother gave us coin.
Oh, my dear Narcissus Dren, what has happened to you? It's you. Good fortune for all of us. Narcissus Dren will be most pleased if you're the one to help him. The noted explorer Narcissus Dren has gone to investigate the ruins of Wendir, and I fear he may be in trouble. He left some time ago to procure an Ayleid relic, the emblem of the last king. Could you go and help him? He will reward your efforts. Find Narcissus and help him recover the emblem from Wendir. Here, let me mark it on your map. He had some Wood-Elf allies, but I do not trust them. My dear Narcissus is brilliant but impulsive, and needs someone to protect him from his own enthusiasm. I can tell you a little about the area, but I'm afraid full information on the task ahead should come from Narcissus Dren himself. Please, go seek him out. Ah, yes! Vardenfell, wasn't it? I feel more at ease knowing I can entrust Narcissus' well-being to a friendly, sympathetic soul. Nary a day passes when he is not off on some new adventure. I admire that in him. Always eager to move on to the next challenge, to the next wondrous historical site. I sometimes wish he would settle down, but life with him is always exciting. I can tell you a little about the area, but I'm afraid full information on the task ahead should come from Narcissus Dren himself. Please, go seek him out. You're unfamiliar with the great Narcissus Dren? Surely you've encountered his works at some point. Narcissus Dren and the Draugr Dilemma? Narcissus Dren and the Well of Gold? Of course! But don't mistake him for a mere scrivener. He is a man with a penchant for ruins, a fondness for levers, and an appetite for adventure that would rival a sensuous hunger. I'm one of Narcissus Dren's devoted personal assistants. Perhaps the most devoted. I compile his research, organize his travel plans, and transcribe his notes. I'm proud to serve such a gifted explorer. I can tell you a little about the area, but I'm afraid full information on the task ahead should come from Narcissus Dren himself. Please, go seek him out. The ancient elves that ruled before the Empire built keeps, crypts, and fortifications throughout the land. This was one of the last of them before their kingdoms fell. Now, all are in ruins, overrun by monsters and rogues. Yes, but dear Narcissus lives for that type of adventure. That is why he needs someone to help him in his adversity, to help rein in his enthusiasm. I can tell you a little about the area, but I'm afraid... Back in the saddle.
Hush! Can't you see I'm busy blending into my surroundings? Ah, yes. I remember you. Still looking for honest work, I see. No matter. I am glad to take you under my wing once more in this endeavor. I was exploring these Ayleid ruins, looking for the emblem of the last king, when my associates suddenly turned on me and threw me out. They're called the Recollection. I mentioned to them that the symbol of King Dinar, last of the Ayleid kings, could be found here. I never expected that they would betray me, but you're going to help me, aren't you? We must search these surface ruins for two types of things. My own irreplaceable notes, and any information of the Recollection's doings. Those wood elves must have some papers about here. Mission orders, reports, or correspondence. I should never have mentioned the emblem of the last king to the Recollection. They sent a large contingent of helpers and drove me off. The emblem was part of the regalia of the last Ayleid king, Lelorian Dinar. You know about King Dinar? What? Really? You don't look that ancient. But then you know that when the last kingdom of the High Elves fell, its people and treasures were scattered. The emblem was a symbol of King Dinar's reign and an important Ayleid treasure. Indeed. I'd heard tales that the last king's 5 devoted retainers gathered here prior to his demise. The emblem of the last king is sure to be here, protected by the traps set by these 5 loyal retainers. I can't believe they're complaining about me. Me! After all I did for them. Fine. Be that way. Yes, well, my alliance with the Recollection was a bit tenuous at best. Ah, excellent. My notes on the 5 loyal retainers. You know, it would do you well to study these notes. They might come in handy someday. Let's head into the catacombs beneath these ruins to sort through what we found, away from this rabble. Come here, Assistant. Let's take a better look at those documents. Let me see those papers we gathered. Ah, I see. The Recollection found an altar but could go no farther. Sounds magical. There's mention of finding vials of blood, some sacred water, and a bottle of ancient wine. Yes, yes, those are our keys. It seems my former allies are not doing well without me. Petrification traps, locked doors, giant living statues, that peculiar altar. Typical novice stuff. Nothing that would challenge a master of his craft such as myself. Animated stonework. Doesn't surprise me. They don't require much upkeep. But this altar... Ayleid design, so it will need some liquid to activate it. Ha! They have the keys, but have no clue how to use them. We press on. The renowned Narcissus Dren is not deterred by mundane challenges. Let's find this altar they mentioned, and keep your eyes out for any bottles, vials, or carafes they have excavated.
Dark Elf expert. Sneaky-looking cur.
We've lost so many to the traps. Had that forewarned us about them, Givens would have never been petrified.
See that ahead? Is that one of the Recollection's own? Slender stone? Isn't this nice, assistant? You get to walk through a ruin like this with none other than myself, Narcissus Dren, as your guide. Over there. What's on that stone table? I have my own theories as to why such ancient blood would be fresh. Alas, the recollection had no interest in my musings. This is where they had been keeping some items that they uncovered in the excavation. Here we are, the sacred water, drawn from a spring in the very heart of an Ayleid sanctuary, I don't doubt. Did you know that Wendir means journey in Ayleid? It could mean a journey into the afterlife, or some other destination for the ancient elves. It's amazing what you can learn from me, hmm? There's our altar. Note the 3 bowls. We need to put all 3 items on the altar, then anoint it with the proper liquid. Come, let's make haste in finding all of them. Three of the loyal retainers! Stand back, assistant. I'll speak their names and command them. Lorimaro, Parhalia, Balipalin, Yonvarla, and, hang on. I don't know that last name. No, wait! There we are. Now to return to the altar. I'll go ahead and dust myself off a bit from the battle. Take the wine on your way out. We'll be needing that. Contents of this bottle. They've been partially used. Have they been drinking on the job? A moment, Assistant. Thanks to my dazzling intellect, I have deduced that we should anoint the altar with sacred water. Assistant, apply the sacred water. Simple. Sacred water goes on an altar. It's quite obvious. Any fool would see that. When you have been at this as long as I have, you develop a sixth sense for these things. Place all 3 items on the altar, but we will use the sacred water. Trust me. If you would place all 3 items that we collected onto the altar, we can proceed. And now, anoint the altar with the sacred water. With this, our way is opened. Excellent! Wait, nothing is happening. Is it broken? Do I have a broken altar? Surely the sacred water must be the solution. I'm sure of it. That didn't work. Assistant, try another offering. That did it! Just as I predicted. A tribute to the wine shared between the retainers upon their arrival. Good job following my instructions, Assistant. I'll make an explorer of you yet. I'm going on ahead. Onward to discovery. Here we are, the emblem, but it is sealed away by magic. Surely these tiles, pressed in correct sequence, will remove the warding spells on it. That carving looks important. It is some form of epitaph to the 5 loyal retainers. I'd venture it's crucial to releasing the emblem of the last king. But of course, you'd be a fool to think that a treasure hunter as respectable as myself would have no experience with a simple tile puzzle. You know, it does seem quite reminiscent of that. The tiles are the same, but if I recall correctly, Veloth's solution was on the walls. Perhaps the solution to this one can be found within this epitaph. I could, but let's think of this as a teachable moment. A final examination, so to speak. You should work this one out on your own. I'll be here to supervise. Give it your all. I'll be here for the point at which you undoubtedly will need my consult. Allow me to advise. Read the epitaph very clearly. The wine we found earlier leads me to believe this place hosted a gathering of the 5 loyal retainers. A final toast, perhaps, using the finest drink. Given my professional expertise in solving puzzles, I'd venture that the path you take to cross these tiles is related to this nearby epitaph. The tale goes that the 5 loyal retainers traveled from afar to get here. Exactly. Perhaps that indicates the distance and direction to be moved. Regardless, I entrust this solution to you. I'll be here detailing the epitaph and these tiles from my notes. Hurry now, Assistant. Surely you can handle this. This place is in a disarray. Do you think we could excavate one of these tiles? No. Narcissus Drain does not loot. Let me instead commit them to my notes here. Is now clear, and the emblem of the last king calls to me. Come, look at it. It's marvelous. Floating there, just waiting to be taken. Any final notes? Now, Assistant, we have found the emblem of the last king. It's been waiting so long for me to recover it. Step aside, Assistant. The great and wise Narcissus Drain will now seize the emblem. I intend to present it to my assistant Elfbeta at her southern camp. Yes, that sounds sufficiently thrilling. Fool of an assistant! Do not disturb me, or I'll have you demoted to a footnote in my next book. You stumbled through much, and now your reward is to watch me finally grasp the emblem of the last king. The emblem at last. I've bested those recollection fools. No! A trap! It's that petrification gas! Take the emblem to Elfbeta! I...
A place where the veil between realms can be parted. Perhaps Abolisher can be of use.
I was beginning to get worried. Delightful to see you remain in one piece. Some of my dear Narcissus collaborators do not survive the experience. Tell me, how did you fare? Excellent. I've arranged payment for your efforts. Did Narcissus come with you? I know. Probably still taking notes for his next dissertation, I expect. Should I go after him? Eventually, I suppose. He gets cross with me when I fuss about him too much. I need to take my leave shortly. Narcissus should turn up any time now. Perhaps I should go looking for him. In any event, thank you for your help. Oh dear. Should I wait here? Should we go after him? I don't want him to think I believe he needs constant oversight, but he does get so wrapped up in his work. Ever the thoughtful scholar, my Narcissus. Very well, I shall do as you say. Is there anything else I may do for you before I take my leave? I need to take my leave shortly. Narcissus should turn up any time now. Perhaps I should go looking for him. In any event, thank you for your help. Is he not masterful? Wise, kind, and thoughtful, and so daring. This emblem that you've returned with is simply fascinating. I'll begin cataloging it while I wait for him to return. I understand. Sometimes he gets so involved I have to drag him away. Knowledge and research always come first for Narcissus. He's a rock-solid scholar. I need to take my leave shortly. Narcissus should turn up any time now. Perhaps I should go looking for him. Ah, yes! Warden fell, wasn't it? I feel more at ease knowing I can entrust Narcissus' well-being to a friendly, sympathetic soul.
Oh, nice. What did you find?
Us to find. A portal recently used by Ayleid and reopened by Abolisher.
But a portal to where?
Curious. This is Fargrave. Did Ayleid come this way to make use of the celestial palanquin? Baragon and Tribune Ayleid were right behind us, but have not yet appeared. We should confer, Proxy. The portal deposited us in the demiplane of Fargrave. It is a realm without a prince that serves as a crossroad through oblivion. 1,000 doors lead in and out of Fargrave, or so it is said. But the fate of Baragon and the Tribune concerns me. They were. Did something divert them? While Fargrave is a realm of limitless portals, including many that are permanent, the plane can play havoc with portal spells. No matter. There is no time to search for them. We have problems of our own. I sense a huge force of Shardborn ahead. And in my previous visits, I never saw anything like those crystalline growths. I think Athelia reshaped this part of Fargrave when she came this way. I wonder, was this her destination, or a means to an end? The true origins of Fargrave are lost. Did she come here to access another plane, or could this demi-plane have once been a part of Miramor? Well, we shall not find our allies or the answers we seek standing here. Let us continue. This realm so easily bends to Athelia's will. Could Fargrave be a cast-off portion of Miramor? These crystals definitely signal Athelia's presence. See where they lead, Proxy. Let us rest and faith restore your strength. I believe that is our way through.
There you are! We were separated in the...
Beware! Shard Marshal Vargas is above you! Stay close.
You dare trespass in Miramor, in the very heart of our power! I banish you to the many paths, never to return!
Vargas banished our allies into the many paths. He took everything I had just to shield us. Baragon and Tribune Leia are beyond our help for now. We must go on without them. I am sorry, Proxy. I tried to shield our companions, but I could not. It took all the strength I could muster to prevent us from being banished along with them. It seems Shard Marshal Vargas is much more powerful than when we last faced her. Yes, Baragon and Tribuna Leia ceased to be real to us, and became real somewhere else. That is the nature of the many paths, and a terrifying example of how the ability to navigate them can be misused. Perhaps, but only if we can find a point of connection in this plane. Shard Marshal Vargas must have hurled our allies through physical distance, as well as beyond this reality. They are someplace else. The many paths lead to different possibilities, different realities. There is no way to know where Vargas sent them. Our best bet is to continue on. Perhaps we shall locate a connection where the lamp can be used. The threads of fate surrounding Fargrave are in turmoil. Something significant shall soon occur. A lingering memory. Use the echo proxy.
Your wanderings are futile, Torvisar. What you seek is here. The loom of the Untraveled Road. I have no idea what it is, but I am certain it's important.
You can stare at the sealed portal until you go mad, Vargas. I go in search of my missing memories.
Torvisard and Vargas before they recovered what had been forgotten. Let us talk. I almost feel sorry for Athelia's scions. To exist for millennia, tormented by the sense they were missing something, and could not find their purpose. The loom of the Untraveled Road. That must be the loom Athelia spoke of in Miskarkand. Indeed. Clearly the loom of the Untraveled Road is an apparatus of great importance. Vargas forgot what it was, yet its existence never ceased to gnaw at her. This is where Athelia's trail has been leading us. We must find a way to follow. Perhaps there is something more here than our mortal senses can perceive. In this reality, the archway and mirrors have long since lost their power. But in the many paths, that might not be so. Use the Lamp of Clarity proxy. We must find a way to activate. The symbols the Lamp of Clarity revealed above the mirrors are the same as the ones that appear in the portal archway. There is certainly a connection. The runes above the arch and the runes revealed on the mirrors by the Lamp of Clarity are the same. Perhaps activating the mirrors in a specific order is how we can revive the dormant portal and get inside. The symbols in the mirrors match the symbols above the arch. That must indicate something. interacting with more of the mirrors. Well done. The dormant portal has awakened. I am curious to see the loom of which Ayleid spoke. Let us proceed. Activating the mirrors in the proper order awakened the portal. I suspect we will find Ayleid and Vargas somewhere on the other side, at the loom of the Untraveled Road. How it will restore what was lost, though, remains obscure. After you, Proxy. Isolated section of Fargrave, or a pocket dimension within the demiplane. Proxy, look. Another memory. Use the Echoneer.
My loom of the Untraveled Road fills this place. From its core, I can break the shackles of fate, undo mistakes, unlock possibilities, create new histories.
Ayleid can use the loom to change history. That is how she will restore what was lost.
It's magnificent. Won't some princess see it as a threat? A threat? This is a gift. The gift of unconstrained choice. The loom will weave a new story for every being. What they choose to be true. All shall benefit.
A wonderful gift indeed, my prince.
Ayleid and Vargas have reached the loom's core. We must reach them before they destroy the reality we know. Above is one of the bearers of Fargrave. Ayleid is changing it to its mirror reflection. Do you see the arches before us? I think they mark the doorway to the next part of the loop. I am not sure how to proceed, and we have no time to wander aimlessly. Perhaps the skein of secrets can show us the way. Proxy, are you injured? The skein... I am surprised you were not injured, Proxy. Unrolling the skein of secrets appeared to precipitate a reciprocal paroxysm that is, it triggered a backlash, as I am sure you noticed. Indeed. And whatever caused that also completely drained the skein's power. Perhaps Ayleid protected the loom of the Untraveled Road against the influences of her rival princes. Or is this some property of the loom itself? I cannot say. Daedric princes are supreme within their own realms. The longer we are delayed, the stronger Ayleid grows. In fact, the next defense we trigger may be more dangerous. I do not think it would be wise to use Abolisher here. I have witnessed enough of Ayleid's realm to feel the power flowing through it. I believe I can use my portal magic to proceed deeper into the loom, perhaps even reach its core. As long as Ayleid does not sense our approach, we should be fine. Hurry now. The portal I opened should carry us as far as the loom's core.
Ayleid does not wish to be disturbed. Rot in the very prison that held her for all those eons.
Vargas diverted my portal. She trapped us in Ayleid's prison. I see a memory. Use the echo near.
This is how it must be, Ayleid. For the sake of reality, you cannot walk free.
You cannot contain me forevermore. In time, I will escape this cell.
No fate that I foresee results in your freedom. I am sorry, Ayleid, but I do this to preserve reality.
Hermaeus Mora could not predict what he could not perceive. Ayleid's scions, the unseen. Come, we must find a way to escape. I sense the lamp still functions, and it revealed a path. We should follow its guidance. Is that Theragon? These ruined mirrors look into different realities. They may be doors to the many paths. See if the Lamp of Clarity can free him.
Shard Marshal Vargas sent us somewhere. The Fargrave we were exploring faded away. I suddenly found myself in another version of our reality. A mirror world. Dark and empty, full of soul-crushing dread. Like an iron fist around my heart. I don't know how else to explain it. Whatever part of the many paths I was hurled into, it was a dark reflection of our reality. Timeless, empty. Not a world made of mirrors, but the world you see in a mirror. Am I making any sense? I don't know. I never saw her after Vargas cast a spell. She might have been in the world I was trapped in, or she could be anywhere. On the other side, mirrors are like windows. You can see through them, but that's all. I waited here and hoped. These were the only mirrors I found. I couldn't pass through until you used the lamp. I'm not sure there's a way out of the many paths without some sort of help. Let's stay in this reality, friend. I think we can reach the end of the maze from here.
If there is no escape by the road Baragon followed, we must continue on. Lead the way, Roxy.
Vargas attacked, I saw a flash of light and suddenly I was somewhere else. It looked sort of like...
Now that we are together again, let us find an exit from this place.
When Vargas attacked, I saw a flash of light and suddenly I was somewhere else. It looked sort of like Fargrave, but everyone was gone, including Baragon. I wandered until I found those mirrors. Thanks for getting me out of there, comrade.
Look, an anomaly is the one we observed in Wendy. We must try abolish her, no matter the risk. Well, and abolish her appears unaffected for now. Let us leave this place.
In the name of all the divines is that thing? We must find our way to the loon's a Daedric apparatus of unimaginable power. What the one who knows fear.
I see Athelia, Shard Marshal Vargas, and Torvasard down there.
What are we waiting for then? Let's finish this.
Now I can do my long imprisonment. Make it so. Find a path in which
Let fate renew your vigor. Feel the current of fate flow through you.
Good riddance.
Abolisher to destroy the loom.
To Ayleid.
Ayleid has become something else.
Abolisher is depleted, but it did its job. The loom has been destroyed. I shall open an exit. Let us leave this place.
Good to see you, comrade. Baragon's waiting for you in the relic room.
I am relieved to see our world remains whole. I was reasonably certain you destroyed Ayleid's loom before she could weave a new history. But it is good to have that belief confirmed. Speak with Baragon, Proxy. He is waiting for you. We defeated Shard Marshal Vargas, destroyed the loom of the Untraveled Road, and saved this reality. We did deplete the Daedric relics, but such sacrifices must be made sometimes, for the greater good. Yes, I have been thinking about that. I believe Ayleid drew a massive amount of energy from the many paths to power the loom. When you destroyed it, that energy flowed into Ayleid. All that power. It changed her. She seemed more enraged at the end. Exactly. But whether you encountered a premonition or an Ayleid from an alternate reality upon the many paths, we may never truly know. Nevertheless, I think Ayleid may be on her way to becoming the monster Mora feared, if she isn't there already.
Hello, friend. Put the relics in the case, please. They may be powerless now, but we shouldn't forget the part they played in all this. I'm not sure I want to keep those in my house forever, but that's good for now. Let's talk. I know losing the use of the relics is bad, but at least we destroyed the loom and stopped Ayleid from changing our reality. You know, I can't even conceive of what that actually means. But now that we're back in Westweald, on to local matters. I convinced Count Calantius and Greenspeaker Derelith to sit down and talk. They're finally ready to discuss stabilizing relations between Skingrad and Vashabar. I offered my home as a private venue for their meeting. They also want to speak to you. Don't look so surprised. You're a hero! You brought down Nantharion and defeated Shard Marshal Vargas. Yes, there are Recollection and Shardborn stragglers to deal with, but you earned the trust of both Wood Elves and Colovians through your actions. They're waiting for you out in the hall. I don't know what exactly they want to talk about, but it probably wouldn't hurt to remind them that friends make better neighbors than enemies.
Traveller, we hope to see you here. I'm told you killed King Nantharion beneath Vashabar's very roots. I know he had to be stopped, yet the tragedy will haunt me. He started with a great vision before he wandered onto dark paths. Vashabar is done with kings, but I can speak for the people of Dawnwood. It falls to me to make good on the obligation Nantharion left us. We must try to make amends for the damage he inflicted on Westweald. You and Tribune Ayleid showed us what's possible when we accept a little help. We can't give back what Nantharion has taken, but we can promise to be good neighbors going forward. And we will not advance beyond Dawnwood. That is all we need. If we find any more Wildburn seeds, we will destroy them. As for the area of devastation, our Greenspeakers shall attempt to repair the damage and restore the land. It will take time, but nature will heal. It always does.
Tribune Ayleid has spoken at length about you and enthralled me with tales of your exploits on behalf of Westweald. And to think you're not even a native of Skingrad or Vashabar. I hope it isn't too late for us to learn something from your example. It will not be easy to overcome the distrust the recollection sowed between Colovians and Wood Elves. But thanks to your valiant defense of Westweald, I think I can convince my people to see the opportunities here, not just the threats. For my part, yes. Of course, I must persuade some nobles and landowners to part with abandoned estates they can no longer return to, but I want to see the new forest held by allies of Skingrad, not left empty to be overrun by monsters and outlaws. I spend a lot of coin to buy land, and with that land, I secure a treaty of cooperation with our new neighbors. I thank you, hero. You aided Westweald in our time of need. Wherever your journey leads next, Skingrad is forever in your debt.
Nantharion betrayed all we hold sacred, Count Calantius. And he has paid for his crimes with his life.
I want no war with Vashabar, but Nantharion left Ostamir in ruins and killed our people.
We cannot return Dawnwood to the seed it sprang from, but we too seek peace. We shall do everything we can to prove ourselves friends and allies to the Weald.
Through all we faced, it wasn't until I was lost in the many paths that I realized the true danger to the Weald. I think you saved everything when you destroyed the loom of the Untraveled Road. Of course, Ayleid is still out there, somewhere. That's tomorrow's problem, friend. You stopped the recollection, and you held back the forces of Miramor. The people of Westweald can handle what's left of Ayleid's servants. We're free to find our own way forward now. Thanks to you. I know the history of our world is far from perfect, but I'm glad we stopped Ayleid from changing everything that happened since the time of the Ayleids. Not even a Daedric prince could get that right, I think. Anyway, we've earned a rest. You know, it's funny. Not very long ago, I would have told you all I wanted was to deal with the threat of the recollection, and then retire from adventuring again. Go back to my books and scrolls, enjoy the peace and quiet. I like being unretired. I think I was getting too comfortable puttering around in this great big house. After our recent adventures together, I'm ready for a few more. Little ones, anyway. And preferably not too dangerous. Oh, right. Nantharian told you I was called Baragon Sharpdagger, the hero of Ninglania Pass. Look, I happened to be in the right place at the right time. I helped save some wood elves caught between bandits and a rampaging lurcher. No big deal.
I don't think we're done with Athelia, comrades.
I think Athelia has other concerns, which may become our problem later. For now, let's enjoy our victory.
We shared some strange adventures. I never imagined I'd find myself wandering a forgotten plane of oblivion. Or erased from reality, for that matter. But we finally beat Vargas and her Shardborn. I'd fight by your side any time, comrade.